Good morning, everyone. It's Joker, and today we are back with another slime video. And recently, we got the very first Union battle, which is exactly not what we hoped it was going to be. We thought that if they were going to do Union battles, it would be Union versus Union in some kind of PvP-ish kind of thing. That is not it. This is just play a bunch of stages and get a lot of resources for your Union, and that's about it. So, very disappointing. I wish they could implement something better than that. But there is quite a bit to do in here. First off, there is a parallel processing stage that you can do 10 times a day. This will get you some Dragon Spheres to use in your Union, and it'll give you the Union contribution, which will help the milestone missions that they have, and the global milestone rewards that everybody will get. So please make sure to do that. We have the Woodlands area, which has 3 different events, 2 light stages and 1 dark stage, but they very much want you to use the orb that's listed, Secret Skirmish, Skills, and Divine Protection, because each stage nerfs the other orbs by 300%, which you just really can't get over. So they really are trying to push you into that. Rainbow orbs will make a mockery of all these, though, because they don't get nerfed at all. And then they also have 2 really difficult stages, quote-unquote, that you can only clear once. And that's kind of a problem for me trying to do content, because if I can only do it once, how the fuck do I show off a whole bunch of teams? But we have the Orc, who has 1.6 million HP and a few things, and then we have the other stage over here against Cabby, who is even harder, and he has 3.5 million HP. So you're going to have to do some things. This is type neutral fights as well for these 2 harder ones. Use your best team, I guess is what we'll call that. I'll try and make videos on these. I don't know how well it's going to go, considering I can only do them once, but hey, it is what it is. Other things to check out is that you do have milestone rewards for the individual level of doing these. You get ingots, and then the Union, total, you get a whole bunch of Dragon Spheres, and that goes on for quite a while right here, all the way up to 550,000. So there are benefits of you doing it, there's benefits of everyone in your Union doing it, and there are also a shop where you can use these collected items, and you could buy out some interesting things, anniversary coins, these skill fusion materials, stamina pots, and then cores. I really wouldn't recommend buying anything apart from these right here, because you can't really farm these. You can get cores out of Conquest and Tempered Edge pretty easily, same with the rocks and the gold and the magicules. If you're really, really, really in a pinch, then yeah, I guess you could buy some, but I would at least focus on clearing these limited items out first, and then start buying these, or just throw it all into potions. That's probably what I'm going to do. But coins are good for the shop. Skill fusions, you don't really get a lot of these nowadays from the beatdown battles because they put it up into Inferno and higher. Reforge ore is nice, quality of life kind of stuff. Potions are potions, so we have that. And then on top of the individual and the Union rewards, we also have a cumulative global amount. So all Chancellor's total amount collected reward status. So if we can collect 300 million of the little medals, then we'll get a whole bunch of other rewards. Battle clusters, more spheres, 5-star ticket, more coins, more potions right here. We've cleared the first level already, so that's kind of cool. But there are 3 different tiers of collection rewards that you can get out of this, which, I mean, is nice. It's free stuff, essentially. It costs stamina, yeah, but it doesn't cost you any crystals. It doesn't cost you anything except parallel processing time, essentially, because once you clear out these ones, you just do the 10 times over and over again for however long this is active. How long is this active, actually? Until the 20th. Okay, so we got a week and a half or something. So yeah, it's not exactly the most fun thing to do. Let's just go into this fight right here. Wants us to use blue orbs, so we'll use a team that is focused on a dark character with blue orbs. Let me make it, hold on. Alright, the commander team gives extra damage against light. We've got our single target nuker Diablo. We've got a team solely focused on blue orbs, so we're playing into the gimmick of the stage. If you send 6 oranges or 6 greens in this fight while that debuff is active, you get nothing. Like, actually, you get no gauge increase on anything. You don't get any skill points. You don't get any alt gauge. You get jack crap. So you really, really have to play into the gimmick. And if you don't have, like, a good green team or a blue team, well, people should probably have a blue team right now, or an orange team, then you can kind of get around it by using rainbow orbs. So if you have ODL Milim or New Year's Rimuru or the Warriors Mind team or Freerun, well, maybe not Freerun, but Warriors Mind with their rainbow orbs, then it doesn't really matter all that much. That is a hand that I can't convert because Hinata and Guy are doing the same thing. So let's just do this or something. Okay. Otherwise, these first 3 fights shouldn't be that difficult as long as you play into it. The other 2 fights, like I said, they could pose a bit more of a problem because of the one-time clears, and you really got to commit to using your best team. Since they're type neutral, you can do anything. So if you have Warrior's Mind, you're going to do 3.5 million damage pretty easily. If you have the Freerun team, you can also do 3.5 million damage pretty easily. It's just that, for me, trying to make content... Oh, are you kidding me right now? The same hand? I have points though, so let's just do that. Okay, and then we can change the green with Guy. I guess we could change it with Hinata too, but oh well. And then let's rush the ult. Okay, so Union Battle. Definitely not living up to... I mean, it didn't really have much hype when it got announced, because we kind of didn't think it was going to be all that much anyways. I mean, it didn't tell us a lot about it. And then this comes out, and it's just clear fight a whole bunch of times over and over and over again. That is peak laziness right there for calling something a union battle. Because unions have been around for a long time now. Like, we've had unions since the 2nd anniversary, right? Somewhere around there. And they have still yet to really do anything with them. Like, yeah, we get the free rewards, that's cool. Like, I do like free stuff. But when you enter a union, like Guild Wars, Grand Cross has Guild Wars. Guild Wars have, that is a pretty big staple for mobile games, and Slime just can't implement it. I don't know if that's a lack of effort on the devs' part, a issue with the programming the game itself kind of thing. I'm not entirely sure why they can't do that. I'm sure there's a reason, though. I'm not a game dev. I'm not that smart, so I'm just throwing rocks into the ocean at this point, right? But it is slightly disappointing, and I'm sure that a number of you watching this video are also kind of disappointed with this, unless you're a brand new player and you didn't know what to expect because you're not even in a union yet. In that case, well, here's something to do. Because, of course, you don't have enough to do already right now. So, I don't think we'll take on the other 2 stages. Just play it with what you have. Use your best teams. I'll make a video for the Inferno and the Extreme and Inferno fight. I just don't really... I just don't know how I'm going to do that. So, I don't know. This is kind of a bad video, because I'm just doing this fight, and it's just boring. Once I get the EX ult for Diablo, we'll be good. And that'll be next turn, and then we'll just nuke, because we should have enough points, because it's turn 7, and we're capped out at 400. So, he does have crit, pierce, and synergy resistance, though. Like, he has a lot of defense. So you do have to build up some stacks here in order to get anything. Cat, get down. She has been on a rampage today. Oh, a barrier. Oh. Okay, well, let's break that first, then. Guess we're going one more turn. Thankfully, we brought the team that was effective against the barrier, and that is the Commander meta with Hinata's multi-hit. Sure game, we can do that. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Hopefully he doesn't put it up again. Oh, okay, all his debuffs are leaving, so you're meant to nuke on turn 8. Okay. Okay, and it's a 6-hit barrier, so even if we didn't have the multi-hit, you could still break it on turn 7 if you send 6 orbs, and then, yeah, we have all of the buffs here. 1, 2, 3... I don't really need to use Guy because we're already getting the alt buff from Hinata. But he would give us guaranteed crit, I guess. It's not really going to matter. Diablo's going to nuke this thing into the ground. Bye-bye. 8 million. Okay, so there's the blue fight. You know, used your green teams for the green fight, Divine General or something, or Exalted Champions. The orange fight, Freyrin, Warrior's Mind, New Year's Blessing. Like, these fights don't have that much HP, so just play into the gimmick of each stage. You'll be fine. Do your parallel processing event 10 times, get your rewards from all 3 levels, and call it a day. And come out, and I'll be back with the Marsh and the Cliffs battles on different days. But otherwise, that's Union Battle. There's not much to it. Kind of a boring video, I know, but hey, content is content. That's it from me. Take it easy, and I'll see you all later. Alright, we're just going to put these other 2 videos in here too, just to say that we did them. Gonna go into the green stage with the Exalted Champions team. We're not even gonna go type advantage. I mean, technically Rimuru is here, but it doesn't require it. Milim, with the buffs that we've got, is gonna do 700,000 damage. Like, it's not scary at all. That's not the skill. We want the skill. So, let's just go ahead and blast through this and not really have to worry about that much. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, okay. So maybe we should send Rimuru last, but oh well. Again, once we get Milim's EX ult, the game is over. So, well, I say that. Only get 1 orb for her though. That's kind of unfortunate. All right, let's get Veldora up in here, and we'll use the green buff. Cool. And Velzard. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And well, if we could probably get away with just using the normal ult, as long as we have the points. If I'm gonna be completely and openly honest with you. Yeah, I think we're good. I think we're good. So let's get Violet up here. Let's give everyone the magic buff, big time, alt buff. And we have enough to use the attack buff. So 3 turns, and we're going to murder. If Milim doesn't kill, then Guy's follow-up ult will. But I'm pretty confident that we're going to be okay here. So, synergy, attack buff, magic buff, element buff, plus the Drago, making all the buffs even stronger. Milim has the alt buff. The weakness strike don't mean anything because we're type neutral. But Milim does 867. There you go. Okay. Super difficult. Let's go into the other super difficult fight. Alright, Warrior's Mind team. I know it wants us to use a light team, but we know how much damage a Warrior's Mind team, and it is too much damage. So we're using an orange team. Technically, you could use this team for all 3 fights, because we're really banking on the rainbow orbs more than anything else, right? So... okay, yeah, look at that. We left Diablo in the first slot. It's not really that big of a deal, but we can use the Primal Demon Orb change and get a whole hand of rainbows. And again, this is why that if you have a rainbow orb team, these stages are really just a joke. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 3, 4, 5, 6. Alright, so this will be the actual end of the video, since these fights just do not take very long. Did we get a Blanc orb? Are you kidding me right now? Did we just get Diablo? Okay, no, we did. Not that it really matters all that much. Control. Buff the oranges. We'll bring Gobwa in for Violet now, because we don't need her. We'll do her debuff. Convert with Shuna. We'll get the Diablo and the Blanc ult. We're not going to get the EX ult for Blanc, but we're not going to need it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We got the EX ult for Diablo, which is cool. I guess. It doesn't really mean anything, but it is what it is. Alright, thank you for that. Boom, weakness strike. Yep, sure, that matters a lot too. More so the control stacks than anything else. And let's go ahead and just nuke. So, buff, and that's all we need. Goodbye. Alright, so yeah, that's the orange team and the green stages done as well, alongside the blue team that we used earlier. And 2 million damage. Cool. So now the video is over. Now I'm going to go do something else with my day. But take it easy, guys, and I'll see you all later.